Hey guys, Video Fletcher. Just wanted to finally update you on the build that I've been following for quite some time. I've been building this from the beginning of the league, and finally we've managed to make it kill Uber. I'll just move this out of the way, so there we go. Yeah, so I've recorded a piece of footage of me killing Uber last night, and I wanted to show you it and share it. So if this is on the subreddit, PoE subreddit, then heed warning that I'm just like an average player. I play quite a lot of the game, I enjoy the game, and this is the first time in the league that I have effectively, we'll start the video, I've effectively built a character from the ground up using like PoE tree tools and so on and so forth, and it's generally been a pretty fun experience to get it from going from nothing, where I've got, level 28 and my essence drain is barely killing anything, to doing every boss twinned in the game and then doing Uber. I've never done Uber before, so it was like a personal challenge of mine. So to get you in the mindset of the video, obviously killing Uber with a couple of deaths isn't that impressive. I understand that. However, for me personally, it was a big achievement because I've been setting out to do this. I've used no guides or anything, so I've really enjoyed the challenge of it. If you're interested of how the character sort of came together, on my channel there's lots of videos from beginning the game, doing the first run through of the campaign, then sort of getting into maps, then sort of working on my gear, and the stage went from I started out as a life-based essence drain, and then at the beginning of the league, or sort of a little bit into it, I found some nice energy shield gear, and I went hybrid. Then I played hybrid for quite a while, and then I went low life. So that was like my thinking. I was gonna go all out life, then I went hybrid, and then I went low life. It's just the way the build panned out. So for Atziri, for Uber Atziri, regular Atziri isn't a challenge, but for Uber, I've really enjoyed the whole trying to get your gear perfected. So if you want to look back on my channel, I have attempt 1 and 2 of me doing Uber. So this is attempt 3. So attempt 1 went like this. I just went into the room and ripped to trash. I ripped about 3 times. I then got to the valves, and the Val just obliterated me, and that was that. That was the set down. That was like 2 exalts down the pan. And I really wasn't sure if my build could actually do Uber. At the time, my ego was inflated by doing double comb, and I was like, yeah, I can do Uber, this is going to be great. And then this guy on the subreddit told me that my DPS was shit, my build was shit, I was shit at the game, and I could never kill Uber. So that sort of set me off, and I was like, you know what, buddy? I'm going to kill Uber just for you. So I sort of messed around with my gear. The only thing this build really struggles with in the trash is these goddamn can't die totems, because you can't pierce through them. You actually have to get on the totem, so you just have to be brave and just get in there and kill the totem. But because this is Uber Atziri and I've never killed it before, I'm actually taking it really slowly. I'm letting them come out of the range of the totem and then just picking them off. Because, like I say, having never killed Uber, and every portal is useful to me, so I just take it slow. So yeah, the trash clearing isn't the best, but what I really enjoyed was the idea of improving for Uber. So the second time I did Uber, I got to the Atziri split phase, and I died to puncture a couple of times. And when you're playing just normal Atziri, I don't even have to think about my pot choices, but what I really enjoyed was like sort of, even though it sounds a bit daft, like crafting the pots and making you build better. So I went from this triple curse, low life, full DPS damage character doing maps, and I spec'd out of that and I went into some curse nodes, increased duration. I got rid of some energy shield nodes. I took a strength and dexterity node, which allowed me to use the Eye of Chayula, I think it's called. And the Eye of Chayula means I can't get stunned, because that was one of my deaths. So it's so much better now, not being able to be stunned. The build, you don't do that irritating stutter when you get shot at. So that took me a long while to get my gear fixed, because I'm using like a unique dagger, helmet, chest piece, a unique ring. So I'm using like 5 uniques, I think. So it was quite difficult to get the stats I needed and get it all working with 3 auras and stuff. So I really enjoyed that process. So I'm probably going to go ahead and skip the trash clearing, but you can see you just sort of chug through it. Yeah, the monsters don't tick down immensely fast, but you know, you get there. Now the key piece of information I learned after testing playing Uber was there was no way to kill the Vals successfully with my current setup. So I had to think of something different. So what I did was I bought a level 1 Val lightning trap. As you can see, it's leveling up in the area. So it'll probably be easier once it's leveled up. Although, to be honest, I'm not even sure what it does when it's leveled up. But yeah, I level up my, if we just pause it here, you can see here in the bottom left, we have 3 Val disciplines and a Val lightning trap. Now, one thing that's interesting is there's lots of little things, is when I was originally doing this, I didn't have Val lightning trap. When I entered the Vol room, there was 3 charged disciplines. However, because it's also got to fill up this 4th Val gem, when we actually get to the room, I have no Val disciplines, so I'm like, fuck, you know, I fucked it basically. However, if we just skip this on, right, we kill the trash, blah blah blah, and we get to the vols. Now the important thing to know is I have my flasks crafted this time. I have 1 immunity to freeze and chill. I have 1 remove shock. I have my Zealot's Oath pot. I have remove, I think I have a basalt flask and the one that gives evasion and a smoke cloud, and they are both staunching, so they remove bleed. So the original 2 times, if you want to check on my channel, I did the vols. I basically went in, did a lot of damage, and then died, and then I was going back into the room and just getting one-shotted. So I had to kill them without dying this time. And again, some people are probably thinking, you build shit, mate, you know, if you're dying. But for me, this is just a personal achievement, and I wanted to make a video explaining the thought process behind it. So as we go in, we have 1 Val discipline charged here in the bottom right, and 1 Val lightning trap. So originally, you have your 2 Vals, and I was sitting in the middle and I was raising them both. After 2 attempts, I realised that you sit to the right of one of them. You sit to the right of one of them, and this is the only way I've managed to do it so far, so it does take practice, because I think this is quite mechanical, because originally, like I say, I died to the trash, but now I've actually done Uber. So you throw your Val lightning trap out, I then switch to my totem, my wither totem. There must be some easy way of doing that, but yeah. This then creates shocking ground. I pre-fire the dots, and this absolutely ticks down so much quicker than normal now. I pause it. As that vol is ticking down, I then slide to the next one, clear this trash out, and then begin work on this Val. And this Val, you just got to DPS down and just hope to God that the Val in the background has ticked down. So that Val in the background is just about dead now. Now I've got to kill this Val before it just one-shots me. So I'm just going to try and slide around as he shoots and just puncture it and kill it. Pierce it and kill it. And that looks pretty easy. So when you watch it for the first time, you think, oh, this build's just one of those overpowered builds where you just one-shot it. But honestly, that's really close. And it's the first time I managed to do it without dying. So I was really pleased with that. Again, the crucial thing is that Val lightning trap. And again, I just take out the Val lightning trap now and put in faster casting. As I'm done with it, I don't need it anymore. So again, clearing trash, I just take it really slowly. There's nothing too fancy about it. I'm just playing extra safe because I've never done Uber, and I want to save as many portals as possible, really. So here I remember that I've got to put my ruby flasks in, have 1 immunity to bleed and 1 that removes ignite, and the rest are staunching. Again, your pots are your most important thing, I felt, because the last couple of times I died to Atziri, I just simply didn't have enough puncture flasks. And also, I'll get onto it, but one of the deaths I have is just a mechanical mistake. I'm pretty sure I could do this deathless given enough tries. However, it was pretty expensive to keep testing my build out. So yeah, I'm just glad I've done it. So again, you just throw your dart out, you throw your contagion, and also you want to play slightly more aggressive because if you sit back, you're just getting hit at full damage. Whereas your build strength is actually the 3 curses, so you want to be in curse range. And then, yeah, you don't do that much. So again, the trash clear is fine, it's steady, you just clear the trash, you've got a palace map there, and you chuck through and you eventually get to the door, and I didn't die again. So the plan for this one is I don't have any pots really to aid me in this fight. I have 2 ruby flasks, I have an evasion, I have a physical pot, and there's smoke cloud and a zealot's oath. So I have yet to die on the trio. So I feel like this is the best part of my build is the trio because I have the kite with the whirling blades and the totems. However, it still is a little bit sketchy. So basically what I do is I pause it and I put the totem here. And I then go on this woman over here and I just try to burst her down. So we fire and we curse her and we burst her down. And then she ticks down. Now, from now on, it's just play the kite game. So I popped my Val Discipline there because I got quite low. I'm just not sure what I got low off, to be honest, in the heat of the moment. And we're just going to slide around. If you get the opportunity, kill those mobs. Put your totems down when you can. And you just, you fire your orbs out and eventually they get killed. The last section gets a bit sketchy because generally it's not the highest damage build. The reason I'm showcasing this build isn't because I wanted to say, hey, look guys, I one-shot Uber with no deaths, The reason I've posted this is because it was a personal achievement to go from building a character from scratch with no help to killing Uber. So I've managed to do it and figure it out on my own, which I was pretty pleased with. So yeah, this, like you can see, is it a quick kill? No. But it's relatively safe, until you get to this section where there's not much of the room to slide on. And you just sort of like, okay, buddy, don't touch me. But honestly, it's not that bad. Like, it's not the cleanest, but we kill them with no deaths, and that's fine. Again, I didn't have to use, I think I had let's have a look back. I had 3 Val Disciplines, and I used 2. I used 2 of them. So when I go into the 3rd room, again, we kill the trash. Killing the trash was, again, absolutely fine, no problem. We go through and we have 3 Val Disciplines ready. We have a remove ignite flask, we have a remove bleeding, 2 remove bleedings, and Mozilla oath pot. Now, the first death is stupid. Even on the attempt where I died 6 times, I didn't die to this. But this first death is just shit play. Like, it's not a problem with the build, it's just bad play. So initially, when I've gone into the room, I've just gone fire, 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 and then she's dead, right? However, because I hadn't died, this is like backwards thinking, because I hadn't died, I thought to myself, right, I haven't died, and at this point I'd bricked like 3.5 exalts worth of sets practicing. So I was like, right, I haven't died yet, so I've got like 6 attempts to kill Atziri. Surely, like, if I'm going to do it now, this is the time. So I thought to myself, well, I won't just stand still and face tanker like I did normally. That was a bit risky. What I'll do is I'll play safe. So what I do is I go shoot, miss, hit 1. So I've only fired 2 orbs out. That's 3. And then I'm dead. So instead of me firing out like 7 orbs and just killing her, I just played way too safe. Also, you'll notice that one of the mistakes I make on the death, if we rewind it, is quite simply here, okay? I missed that orb there, that's pretty bad. I get hit by that flame blast, I think. No, I don't. But there, right now, I've been punctured, I believe. And my health's going down pretty rapidly. If I just remove the puncture with either pot 2 or 5, I'm fine. And then I just press my Val Discipline and I don't die. However, I don't do any of that. I still have 3 Val Disciplines and I just died. So yeah, that first death was just terrible. So we get back into the Abyss, and I'll let the fight play on from now. So I just wanted to show this build that it can do as Uber Atziri. Again, you can see there my one death was just terrible play. I'm not showcasing this build to say look how amazing I am at Path of Exile or anything like that. Like I say, it's just been a journey of playing a new league and trying to figure out a build that I enjoy playing with a playstyle that I enjoy. Yeah. So the couple of things I've learned is to walk around rather than whirling blades. This gets a little bit sketchy. The trio, the split phase is a bit shit, to be honest. I'll probably get better at with practice. Actual fighting at Atziri here in these type of situations is just a dodging game, and that's okay. So yeah, that's okay. Killing this trash again isn't the quickest. It's probably not the best, but it gets the job done just fine. So yeah, the other tip I've learned is to not whirling blades on the trio, on the split phase, because whirling blades you go in like a set distance, and sometimes the set distance can push you into a tricky situation, and you don't need to do it really, because once you're whirling blades and you're in a tricky situation, then you panic and you're whirling blades again, and you don't want to do that. So what you want to do is actually just walk. Unless there's that situation where there's the flame blasts. You only really want to dash if there's flame blasts. However, what you can do is you can pop your Val Discipline for the split phase, just in case you tank a hit like I did, like a noob. You throw out the dots. Again, you see there? That's where you get in trouble. That is just a misplay. There should be no deaths in this. This is just, again, you're watching this gameplay from a perspective of a guy that died 6 times to trash, and now he's finally managed to do Uber. So the mistake here is, like I explained, on the split phase, you should walk. Only use your Flame Blast to get away. Only use your Whirling Blades to get away from the Flame Dash. So right here, what happens is, that's okay. You can Whirling Blades between the Flame Dash. So you put your totem in the middle, and this is going fine, okay? I have 1 Val Discipline. Now, I just ate that shot like an idiot, so that's mistake 1. I've now lost, like, what was that, like, 7,000 energy shield? Now, what I should be doing again is Val Disciplining again, just to make sure. Now, here, that's an okay Whirling Blades, right? Now, I should be walking. Because when I Whirling Blades here, now I'm on this Flame Blast, and then I panic, and I Whirling Blades again. Now I'm on this Flame Blast, and I panic, and I Whirling Blades, and I die. And she ticks down. There was no need to die there. I even had another Val Discipline. Again, that's just my mistake. And that was my 2 deaths. The very first one was the dumb forgot to use my pot and Val Discipline, and the second one was just eat a load of Flame Blasts and then panic and die. So yeah, I just wanted to show that's my build. I'd say it's build complete now. We're level 93. I just realised today as well I could respec a life node out of the bandits if I want an extra passive. But yeah, that's generally the idea of the build. You know, you throw your dots out, she ticks down, she gets poisoned with the Beanos, the Consuming Dark. Right here I've got 1 more Val Discipline, but I decided to be brave and not use it because I knew the trash was coming up soon. So yeah, obviously, probably what I'd say is just use your Val Disciplines on the split phases, because if you die into the actual Atziri fight, that's probably your own mistake with gameplay, whereas the trio can be a bit sketchy, and it's nice to have those 3 Val Disciplines going. So anyway, that was the build. I just wanted to explain it to you, and I was pretty pleased with the fact I did it, to be honest. I know it's not much of an achievement. People will probably be like, you know, Resident Sleeper, Blasphemy, Temporal Chains, you know, but honestly, I don't really care. I made the build from scratch and I've enjoyed playing it, and that's the main thing, right? That I've completed one of the hardest bosses and I've enjoyed the process. So that, you know, that's all I'll say. Not trying to claim I'm some amazing player. And of course we get the mask, but honestly this mask is like your first dollar you earn at a business. I'm keeping that mask. That mask is going to standard with me. That mask has not been sold. So yeah, that was that. I just wanted to show you sort of the process of what's been going on. We had an essence drain build here, where I thought maybe this will work. I had some life here. I had these life nodes, and such. This was my leveling tree that I thought out of. Then I had with more energy shield and life when I went hybrid. So I had all this life. Then I decided to go switch it up again. Then I tried a CI tree, and I didn't like the idea of that. Then I tried another tree. Then I went low life. Then I tried removing this curse and stuff. But I've just been making the progress of the build, and that's what I've been doing. So I just wanted to show you the build. If you want to see guides and boss kills, they're all on my channel. If you want an in-depth guide, then I can give that. But honestly, it's pretty self-explanatory. I've got lots and lots of videos on it. So there we go. I'd say I was pretty pleased with that. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I'll catch you guys later.